Alright, it is finally time to hang out with our friends. And I must admit, I am surprised. Goons have demonstrated themselves to have impeccable taste because the winner of the poll, by a fairly safe margin, was Rean. Imagine that.
Well, there's a first time for everything, I suppose.
I admit I did vote for Rean because I was really interested in her after you played her up as, like, the best character.
She is the best character. I will book no disagreement on this front.
I mean, at least one of my picks got chosen this time, so...
I'm sorry, Rean, what gave you that impression? Although, you know, I guess to be fair, if I was friends with Ryota, I would also go out of my way to just kind of block out anything that he said.
First Telepathy is certainly a song title.
I mean, it's par for the course for the song titles of, like, the actual soundtrack of the game, which, again, just, has some really weird and interesting choices to it.
Can it be as weird as, say, like, the Xenoblade X soundtrack names?
Oh god, no, that's, like, fucking, like, experimental, those soundtrack names. Although, now that I think about it, the song title that I actually was thinking about to, like, on the soundtrack, it's called, like, Telepathy of the Beginning, although, I suppose in-game it actually probably is First Telepathy.
I'm gonna go out on a limb and suggest that might just be a weird localization mishap there. Just the wires not crossing right.
Yeah, that was my thought too.
I mean, well, let's also remember that the other songs that are directly attributable to Spica that we know of are Seize the Day and Wishwing, so...
Well, I mean, at least one of the three makes sense. Also, I'm gonna be honest, I legitimately thought it was called Spica this whole time.
Same.
Spica, you know, whatever. Like I say, I think the only person who says it is Ryota, and, you know, I'm not paying attention to any of his voice lines, so...
Because, like, Spica puts, like, thoughts of, like, Haikyuu in my head, so, like, I'm just thinking, like, it's this idol band of, like, just all volleyball players for some reason. Which would be a hell of a gimmick now that I think about it.
Well, apparently we got her number out of that, so despite everything, we must be doing something right.
But anyways, here's the second best option of the lot. I appreciate that Ko can't even be fucking asked to put on a gi for this whole, thing.
Well, he just said he didn't bring one.
Yeah, he did just kind of barge into the dojo and be like, "Hey, Sora, I'll be your training partner."
So wait, does he do karate, or does his family dojo, like, is it a different martial arts?
I don't think it's ever really exposited what exactly the Kokone dojo does, but it's apparently not karate if this is anything to go with.
Yeah, because, like, someone said it was, they're seeing mixed martial arts here. But then he says he didn't bring his karate gear? I mean, this it doesn't really matter. It's just, I don't know. I get kind of weirdly nitpicky about, like, localizations like this, I guess.
Also, by the way, I'm taking this all at face value in that this conversation is literally happening while Ko is just kneeling before her in a sweaty heap and literally surrounded by all of her karate classmates.
Yeah, I'd believe it.
See, exactly! Like, I was actually just kind of waiting for, like, Chiaki to just bust in and roundhouse kick him right in the head. You're taking up training time, get out of here.
You're not even supposed to be here. What are you doing?
Was that even much of a warm-up for Sora?
I mean, he apparently did alright, if the dialogue box was anything to go by. I guess we're not cool enough for cookies.
Are we going to Toa to extort cookies out of them?
Say worse. We're going to Best Buy.
Oh no.
Anyway, I don't know what part that they need to replace that they're apparently going to fix on, like, all 30 of these computers, but they're remarkably well stocked for what it is. Completely unrealistic in today's market.
It's either going to be RAM or SSDs.
Also, what's gonna happen when those shipments eventually arrive from Amazon? Like, I know Toa said that, like, she didn't get, like, the fast shipping and she needs it immediately, but, like, I'm assuming the parts are still coming. Again, this just feeds into my ongoing narrative of just, like, Toa's a fucking, like, genius crime boss. She's, like, literally just skimming shit off the top of the school budget and making herself rich in the process.
Ko, that's like 3 bags. It's not that heavy.
Again, at this point, I'm 100% certain that Toa would claim Ko as a dependent to get a tax break or something. The woman is a master of fraud.
I'm pretty sure no one is going to have the guts to call her out on it too, or audit her.
Please. The only person who can truly claim Ko as a dependent is Shiori. She's already making all of his food and everything.
I'll allow it. Also, it's probably a lot harder to defraud a university than it is a high school, so, you know.
Well, good luck with that. We're gonna cruise on over to the entertainment district to get ready for work.
Wait, what? It's noon on a weekday? Don't we have... Why did school let out early?
Isn't this after school? Yes, it is, as a matter of fact. The dialogue in this area is cute, but that's mostly because almost everybody is like, hey, you wanna... Oh, you're a minor. But there is one place that is open. And that's the most important place of all.
Alright, what do we got?
Y'all ready for some fucking minigames? Of course, not just any minigames. No. Only the highest quality. This is explosive fishing with Demon Prince Rean.
You know, I figured you'd be wanting to play a different minigame aside from fishing, considering you were apparently struggling to get that rainbow trout earlier.
I'm sure you will be shocked to learn that the fishing in... well, it's not quite the same as the fishing in Cold Steel 1 and 2, but it's pretty close. Anyway, yeah, there's Ko just viciously dunking on June for no reason.
It's like, man, leave that little nerd alone. What the fuck's he ever done to you?
I don't know why Vantage Masters and Pom Pom aren't playable, because, I don't know, I mean, I guess because they show up in other games, so that they aren't the designated minigames for this one, but they are all playable. Like, Pom Pom is in the Crossbell Trails games, and Vantage Masters, I think it's a standalone game in like an early standalone game that Falcom did, but it's the card game in Cold Steel 3 and 4.
Ah, okay.
Anyway, how do y'all feel about Whack-A-Mole?
I think I'd rather be playing actual Whack-A-Mole than a virtual Whack-A-Mole.
Oh god, yeah. Oh, it's Whack-A-Mole with a friend-foe system, too.
Incidentally, this cat thing is Mishi, who is the, he's one of the mascot characters from the Crossbell games. Everything is a reference. Everything.
I figured. Eh. And also, yeah, there was a yeast poster on the wall about a minute or so ago.
Anyway, that was Mishi Panic. May we never speak of it again.
Oh, it's okay if you've barely played. Now's the perfect opportunity.
Anyway, Gate of Avalon is just Blade, and Blade is fantastic. It is far and away my favorite of the minigames, but we'll get to that shortly. Right now, it's time to do some explosive fishing.
Alright, yeah, it's time for Rean Bean's Mean Fishing Machine.
I like that it literally just fucking loads you into a Cold Steel 2 map.
I mean, if you got those assets, you might as well flip them.
It's worked for the Yakuza team all these years.
So, to briefly explain how this works, you press the designated button once, because otherwise you fuck up like I did the first time, and it brings the fish in, and you have to get it to 0 before the timer catches up to you and you lose it. This is much better than the Cold Steel, I think it's the Cold Steel 1 version of fishing, which is instead of press the button, mash the designated button.
Ah. So, when's the explosive part kick in?
I can only assume that were we to catch the noble carp, that we would see some explosions, but that's some gacha level bullshit, and I refuse to play that long. Anyway, we're gonna have to buy some medals first, because there is a mandatory buy-in for this, but Blade is absolutely fantastic. I love it so much. So this is absolutely worth it.
Are those silhouettes of actual people we can meet in this game, or...?
Yes. In fact, that's part of the gimmick.
Okay, got it.
This is actually like a ranked play type thing.
That's pretty fun. I appreciate that these cabinets have microphones and cameras.
So I will spare you a long, detailed explanation of the Blade rules, but the gist of it is that you get points for whatever card you play, and the strategies you want to stay pretty close. Like, ideally, you want to play one card over what they have. Because if you tie them, you have to play a second card from your hand.
I was about to ask what these non-numeric cards were, but I see there's a little description that pops up when you hover over them.
Yeah, there is. Force doubles your score, which is useful, like, if you want to just absolutely fucking bury somebody. And, Bolt, as you can see, destroys the last card that you played.
Ah. And what does Blast do then?
That is a good question. I do not know off the top of my head, because oh yeah, there it is. It's a discard.
Oh. And I imagine those cards get a little more useful towards the end of the game when options are more limited.
There's also one that we don't see in this game called Mirror, and what that does is that flips the two hands. So if I were to play a Mirror right now, I'd get her 22 and she would get my 18.
Oh, it flips the cards on the board.
Yeah. Anyway, I don't know who the level 2 opponent is, but I will probably find that out at some point, because we will be playing a lot of Blade. Anyway, before we go to work, there is one more place we should check out. Not that I can find it without going through the fast travel menu, but...
Fast travel? Or not, sorry, the pawn shop?
But it was very important, though, to get that update on the girls who want to fuck Mr. Goro.
Also, what the hell is this guy doing with all these high-speed gaming rigs in his pawn shop?
Oh, he's one of Toa's acquaintances.
Oh god. So he's her fence, basically.
Mmm.
Anyway, that little juicy bit of lore aside, the pawn shop does two important things. First, it allows you to trade up and upgrade stuff, so if you can trade level 1 potions into level 2 potions and whatnot. And more importantly, this is where things that you miss throughout the game go.
Oh, okay.
So you can reacquire them at a pretty steep cost, but that way nothing is truly permanently missable.
That's nice. I want to know what lunar mutton's used for, though.